Hi, you guys. I'm back. Well, who knew? You guys probably knew, but I didn't know when I was doing that video yesterday that so much was going on. And then my cousin got a hold of me and let me know that things were happening, and I was like, whoa, yeah, exciting, because we just had a big marker, didn't we? Now we know that, things are really rocking and rolling. We were told, weren't we? We were told that things were going to rock and roll. We were told September we was going to see some things, and that's, amazing. So we were told we were going to see some endings of some cycles. One of them being information and public knowledge of things. And then I listened to the Pennsylvania speech that President Trump gave. And, I said this in yesterday's video, anybody with ears to hear. See, I was really surprised, you guys. I'm sitting there, I'm watching this with my boyfriend, and he said that Zuckerberg had visited him in the White House the week before. And I looked at the audience, and the reaction is like, it's like it was over their head. People have got to start looking without hearing and hearing without looking. Like, we really have to start doing that. I had this, it's just been the way that I've done things my whole life. And it works. It works for me. I see things that people don't, and I hear things that people don't hear because I've been paying attention in a different way. I don't allow my brain to be told what I'm seeing by a narrative. So people look at the guy pretending to be the president here in the United States, and they're looking at this guy, and they're being told who they're looking at, and they're buying it hook, line, and sinker, because they're believing what they're being told they're seeing, instead of actually looking and seeing for themselves that this is not, I've been telling people for 2 years that is not the guy. Eye rolls. People roll their eyes at me. They don't want to look. People are going to have to look pretty soon, right? We're seeing that. But people don't want to look because it will go against everything that they have been taught is true. And, I understand that can be hard. But when you make a choice to be ignorant, when you're making a choice because truth is too difficult, come on, man, come on. So that's one of the really cool things about coming on here and talking with all of you. You're awake. You're awake, you understand, you see, you hear. You share your information with me about what's going on in your countries. I love that. You know why? Because there's no way I would ever know the truth about what you guys are seeing. Because nobody has told the truth about anything for forever. So to be able to talk to real people that say this is what's going on in my country and this is what I'm seeing in my country, that is like, I love it. I love it. I love the information. I love that you guys share with me. I said to my son, when you guys are sharing with me, I feel like I'm in college, finally learning something like of value. Truth. Because, if we went to college, all we'd be is indoctrinated and we wouldn't be hearing truth anyways. But this is like really, really cool, being able to hear from you folks what you're seeing, what you're experiencing, the truth of what's going on, because otherwise I wouldn't be hearing it. I wouldn't be hearing it. So I love hearing from you guys. So yeah, if you had ears to hear, if you listened to that speech, he said he was in the White House last week. He wouldn't have been there if he wasn't our president, right? so that's like, okay, that's something we've all known, but that's something for the general public to hear, to actually hear. But people listen without hearing, and people look without seeing. It's time that people start looking and seeing and listening and hearing, right? So yeah, truths are coming out. We just had a big marker happen. You all know what that is. I'm not going to say it, but you all know what that is. Oh, geez. I mean, there's so much going on. Other people have told me some other things too, but I'm drawing a blank right now because I've decided to make today just a really, I make every day a special day. I make every day a sacred day, but I'm just celebrating in my heart that we're about to see finally some real stuff happening for all the world to see, instead of all this illusion that we've been having to look through. I'm looking forward to seeing the real stuff instead of having to look through the illusion. But hey, we've looked through the illusion, we've done it, and we've stayed in a good place, and we've kept projecting, and you got to stay in that love vibration. You got to stay in that love vibration. It's the highest vibration of all. You got to send it out to the whole world. The people that we would deem good guys, the people that we would deem bad guys, we got to send it out to everyone. Got to stay in that love vibration, right? So, okay, I want to know, it's an exciting time. So yesterday I checked in, said maybe in the next 12 days we'd be seeing some things with the RV, which makes sense now that I know that, the Queen, because they've got to change all of that currency, at what kind of perfect timing, right? Perfect timing, right? So we'll see what happens over the next 12 days, right? So I'm just going to ask, what can we expect? What can we all expect to see in general over the rest of this month of September? And I want to see if they want to talk to us about anything specific. I've already set the intentions, as you all know, but I'm going to go over it again in case there's anybody new tuning in and anybody who's practicing tarot. So whenever you sit down to do something like this, you want to connect with your highest version of self. So connecting with my highest version of self, that which is connected directly to source energy and filters that energy down through me, right? Any and all light beings are welcome as long as they have my highest and greatest good for intentions, humanity's highest and greatest good for intentions. Only love is welcome here. Only love is welcome here. Only love is welcome here. Only the truth is welcome here. Only the truth is welcome here. Only the truth is welcome here. I decree it. I stand in my power and I say what is allowed, right? And it's important that we do that. Very important. You don't want things coming in that you don't want coming in. You know what I'm saying? You get me. You know what I'm saying. All right. So I just want to know what the universe, source energy, wants to give us for insight and information over the next ending of this month. So we know that information is coming out. We've seen it. So that was the other thing. Somebody just told me that they're talking about the fake president's daughter's diary in the mainstream media and talking about the showers that she took with her dad. So there's a little piece of information in the mainstream media. If anybody knows if that's true, hit me up, let me know. Yeah, so we know there's truths coming out. President Trump voiced a big truth. I don't think a lot of people heard it, but I did, and my cousin did, and several of us, you know, my boyfriend did. Pretty exciting. So we know that truths are coming out. We know that a big marker happened. We've already checked in on the monies. So I'm asking if the universe wants to give us any other insight for us for the following month of September. So let's take a peek and see what's going on. Gifts from the universe. Oh my gosh, you guys. These are pretty intense cards. Pretty intense cards. Holy crap. These are pretty intense cards. Now we're asking, what does the universe want to tell us for the remainder of the month of September, right? And we stated we knew the information was coming out. We saw that a big marker had happened, you know. Anything else that they want to give us for insight, glean for insight. They're telling us they're giving us a gift from the universe. They want us to stop focusing on these things and look up. There's a gift coming that's going to create some stability and balance. Okay. So now what's driving this whole reading? The Devil card. Breaking those chains that bind. Breaking those chains that bind. All right. So we just had a big marker. For those of us in the know, you know, this country has been sold out to that woman for a long time, right? We know that. So we were sold out as a nation, and a lot of other people had to follow under that too. Breaking the chains that bind. I would say with that crossing over, that was like a clear visual break of chains that bind. The star is right above that. I mean, these are higher arcana cards, you guys. Okay? Big picture, right? Big picture. The star is right above that, grounding heaven into earth. The star. And then above that, the 8. Listen, didn't she cross on the 8? I mean, what they claimed was the 8th. The chains. The star. Whoa. The star, the magical card when miracles happen. The star. Cleaning up the chains that bind on the 8th. Then across from the gift from the universe, walking away, not looking back. You look at the way that he's walking away from that. All this is behind him. He's walking away. He's not looking back. Walked away from that way of life. Walked away from those chains that bind. On the 8th. Justice has been served. I'd say they want to talk about that, so let's get a couple of clarifying cards. You guys know what I'm saying, right? I mean, come on, you know what I'm saying. We were talking about it in the beginning of this. But I'm just watching my words because I think the bots scan my words, and then they scan my words again if they pick up something. And scan me again and again and again, and keep looking and looking and looking for like 2 or 3 days if I'm not careful with what I say, and then either it goes up finally and after 2 or 3 days, or they could just keep bouncing it back. So I do got to watch my words. I really do think it's just algorithms. I think it's just algorithms. So, okay. I mean, this is letting us know that we've gotten rid of some stuff that was binding, you know, it's all illusion anyways, right? It's all an illusion. I mean, we all believe this happened a while ago, but now this is out there. The illusion is out there for the rest of the public. This is where we can really start to move forward with justice, right? Because we're moving forward. We're walking away, moving forward with justice. So let's take a couple of cards and let's just take a look at what this walking away and moving forward with justice will look like, okay? So let's do that. Let me cut these cards again. Couple clarifying. It's going to be very healing. High Arcana card. Very healing, you guys. Lots of healing coming. When you have the Empress, she is the healer. She's also represented by 3, which is joy, right? Can you see this? Get it up there. 3 represents joy. You know, it's the Trinity, but not as I don't look at it like a lot of people do. Like, I look at it like there's me, there's my highest version of self, and then there's my source, right? Because I don't worship. I love. And I know that I'm connected to that. So, you know, look at it like that Trinity, right? She's the healer, right? She's the healer. Great things happen with the Empress. She manifests. She's connected to the earth. She's connected to the heavens. She looks pregnant. See how she looks pregnant there? She's about, you know, she's sitting there. She's got her legs spread. Look, women used to be taught to sit all you know, properly. She's just sitting there on her throne, connected, and she's standing in her power. She's not doing or displaying herself as society would think that she should, right? And then she's got the pomegranates on her dress, so she's very abundant. She is an incredible healer. This is a very healing card, okay? Very abundant and healing card. So we're walking away from one thing. We're walking into something else. And it's going to be very healing, you guys. It's moving us out of troubled water. See how this is rough and this is not. And he's got his family. He's protecting his family. And he's rowing them out of this and into this nice, clear, level, smoother sailing waters. So it's going to be very healing. It's moving us out of troubled water. It's the Page of Swords. It's a victory. This is gallant. So they want us to know that event is very, very significant. It is a significant event, and we all kind of knew that, right? And it's through that, the gifts from the universe will come. Look, we get the balance of that. So they're still talking money here. So they're talking abundance and they're talking healing. We're coming into a healing time, breaking those chains that bind. We all know that she was, I don't know the word that I could use and get away with on this, but, you know, starts with a C, ends with an L. Right? We all know that. We also know they're preferred people to hang out with. We know what they do. I mean, we know what that family is all about. We know what a lot of people here in my country is all about. We know what the leaders in all of your countries are all about. We know. So this was significant, and they want us to know that. And we're moving into a very healing time. Okay? So that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm going to leave that there. Let the healing begin. Let the healing begin. I don't think we need to read on that anymore. That the universe has spoken. I'm going to actually shuffle all of those cards back in. And I'm going to pull... oh, I'm at 20 minutes. I'm just going to pull a card. For one last card, how does the universe want to leave this reading? One last thing, what would the universe like to say to all of us as we finish up with this reading? You guys, keep your hearts open, keep sending love out there, keep your vibrations high, keep manifesting this world, keep manifesting victories. You know, keep knowing that we're all connected consciously. We're all in this together. This is for all of us, the world over. Stay in that love vibration, you guys. Stay in that love vibration. That heals all. That heals all. And it feels a lot better to be there than anywhere else, honestly. People would make me mad, and you know, I would first I'd fill myself up with love, and then I would send it to them. And other people would be like, why do you do that? Well, it feels better than the alternative, right? It feels better than the alternative. It feels better to me. It might even help them. Why would I not do that? Oh, I know, because we've all been trained to get into a negative vibration and feed these things that feed off our energy, the kind of energy that they like. Well, no. We want to stay in the love vibration. That's where we want to stay. Regardless of old ideologies and training, right? So let's see what the universe wants to leave us with. One last card. What does the universe want to leave us with? So this card is these people are walking away. They're in the neighborhood. They feel poverty stricken, okay? There's abundance in this neighborhood, but none for them. None for them. And so this church, this is a church back here, you guys. Take a peek. All right? That's a church with their little stained glass window and all of their abundance that they hoard. Sorry, maybe not all churches are bad, but we know that some of them are very bad. So there's all this abundance here. And these guys won't stop here. They're walking right on by. They'd rather be poverty stricken than take from a system that would have them go against their beliefs. So I think we're being validated, you guys, for standing strong in our beliefs. But I'm going to pull 2 more clarifying cards just to make sure. Just to make sure, right? That even though we were ostracized and, you know, told that we didn't care and, you know, told you couldn't go to work and you can't do this and our shops were closed and we had to deal with all of this stuff over the last couple of years, and some of us have been, you know, being ostracized and having people roll their eyes at us for years because we don't believe in any of these, not just the recent one. And, you know, we didn't trust the government and, you know, so we've been going through it for years. So let's see if we're just getting validation from the universe that we've stood strong and we're getting a pat on the back. Yes. Yeah, the universe wants to validate, celebrate your strength, celebrate that you didn't succumb. You didn't succumb. You walked right on by things that could have helped you during these times because they wouldn't welcome us because we were different and we stood with our convictions. We stood in our convictions and went without a lot of things sometimes. Some people really, really, really suffered. And the universe is saying, you're being celebrated. And this is all going to come out and you'll be validated. Okay, you guys, Until next time, many, many blessings from me to you. Hey, if you know anything that's going on, you've heard anything, please comment, because I love hearing from you. And I don't know, I don't really tune into a lot of things. I tune into a few things when I have time. I haven't had a lot of time. So I am a little low on the uptake. I'm trying to catch up. There's a lot to catch up on. So if any of you want to help me out with that, I would much appreciate that. All right, you guys, until next time, many, many blessings, much, much love. You're being validated, you guys. You're being validated and celebrated by the universe. Okay? All right, until next time, much love, many blessings. Take care.